Hey guys, welcome to a new video. Third day in a row now talking about the next Battlefield. But in addition to all the official infos we got during the last few days, Tom Henderson also gives us a few more leaks to it. Take this with a huge pinch of salt as usual, since it's leaks and we never know if they're true or not. But of course, to keep you informed, we go through this article and see what Tom has for us. It's on Insider Gaming. It's of course linked in the description below if you want to read through it yourself, but we're all reading through it together anyhow, so there's probably no need for it this time. However, Tom writes that it's been a good week for Battlefield fans. Vince Zampella confirmed many details on Insider Gaming's past reporting, which was, I think, also the article of IGN with the interview, including that Battlefield would return to 64-player matches, the classic 4-class system, so specialists are not a thing anymore in the next Battlefield. This is official, this is not a leak, this is official already, in case you have missed that, and a more back-to-basics approach. Battlefield General Manager Byron Beatty also revealed that the game will have large-scale community testing early next year. This was an info we got during the EA Investor Day, in addition to stating that the game had nearly daily internal testing for over a year already. Zampella also confirmed a new experience from Ripple Effect, which Insider Gaming has reported will be Battlefield's take on a new free-to-play Battle Royale. I know that not everyone is happy with this, and like I said, this is just a leak. We don't know if it's really true or not. We were always guessing there would be either a Battle Royale or an extraction shooter, so it probably is a Battle Royale. And since Battlefield is always in direct competition with Call of Duty and probably also wants to catch up on the success of Call of Duty Warzone, like Tom Henderson mentions here as well, I think it would make sense to bring a free-to-play Battle Royale. If it will be successful, that's gonna be a different topic. But what is new in this article? Insider Gaming understands that the game will take place somewhere between 2027 and 2030, the modern era that they confirmed officially already, with the campaign focused on a massive private military going up against NATO. I think this is something we had heard before already also from Insider Gaming, so it's not exactly new leaks. However, what is kind of new is that the game will be set in various locations worldwide, including Gibraltar, as seen in the game's first released concept art. So I was actually wondering where this might be located. Apparently it is Gibraltar and in the USA, so that explains why there are seemingly Apache helicopters on the concept art as well. This is also believed to be the setting for the Battle Royale experience, a tropical location. Okay, so Gibraltar is believed to be the setting for the Battle Royale experience. Reminds me a bit on that one Warzone map that they had during Vanguard that no one really liked. I think this was a tropical location as well. But let's cut to the chase and talk multiplayer. The aim is currently for 45 different weapons on launch. Repeat that. 45 weapons on launch. I think we had 20 or 22 weapons in Battlefield 2042 when it launched. So 45. That's basically the amount of weapons we had in the alpha of Delta Force. So quite a lot. Looks like they really learned something from 2042. Then in addition, the goal is for around 10 multiplayer maps at launch, I think, putting it in line with the likes of Battlefield 1, 3 and 4. So 10 multiplayer maps at launch, it would be 3 or 4 more maps than we had in 2042. I mean, at the end of the day, it depends a lot on the matchmaking, because the problem in 2042 is not that we don't have many maps. I mean, by now we do have a lot of maps, but the problem is that the matchmaking makes it look like there are only 3 maps in the game because you play the same 3 or 4 over and over again. And I think that should be a huge point as well. They should reconsider how they make the matchmaking, and maybe with the map voting or whatever, or maybe, just maybe, go back to a classic map rotation that we had in these titles, Battlefield 1, 3 and 4. Because I don't think there was anything wrong about it. However, the game will also see a significant overhaul to its destruction. Well, that sounds good. And while I couldn't verify if this means the return of Levolution over half a dozen sources, so that's more than 6 if my math is correct, mentioned that the game would have caliber-based destruction, with different calibers causing different amounts of destruction. So basically, if I remember correctly, what we had in Battlefield 5, because I think only LMGs and snipers went through walls and lower calibers didn't. That would definitely be a nice return, not gonna lie. I think this also speaks for a higher amount of destruction in general, similar to Battlefield 5. Levolution would be nice to see as well, but always depends on how it is made. Sometimes it's just like the rocket start in 2042. It's nice to have, but it's not really something that has an effect on the map or something like the Levolution in Battlefield 4. So I would rather see something similar to Battlefield 4 or like the flood zone that was pretty cool as well, and suddenly like half of the maps on the water. It's also understood that the game will see some changes to movement, with one example given by multiple sources: the ability to pick... No way. No way. The ability to pick up and move down players. Now, where did we hear this already? I think it was Battlefield 5, where they were so ambitious that even in the reveal or something, or before the actual release of the game, they said that Battlefield 5 will have this feature, but it never had, and at the end they cancelled it. And then BattleBit came out with this feature and everyone was like, yeah, look at them, BattleBit is doing it, just 3 indie developers and they can get this done while Battlefield couldn't. And now apparently multiple sources are saying that this will be in the next Battlefield. Not sure this is true, but if it is, this is definitely hilarious. Probably a nice feature as well, I don't know. Anyways, I've also been told that the team is currently weighing up the name of the game. Over the past year or so, the team has been carrying out mass surveys with participants voting on which game they prefer, which game name, sorry, they prefer, Battlefield or Battlefield 6. Okay, so one name seems to imply that they want a kind of soft reboot, something similar that Call of Duty did with Modern Warfare, and the other name implies that they want to keep going, you know, and it's a step forward probably from Battlefield 4, because I mean it's a modern game and Battlefield 5 is not available because we already had this. I don't know, what would you go for? If you would have been asked what name the next Battlefield should have, would you go for Battlefield or Battlefield 6? I don't know, I would probably go for Battlefield, because after the fails we had, kind of a soft reboot I think would do the franchise good. So Battlefield would be great, I think. Just call it Battlefield and go for a new start. And at the end, Tom writes that finally, regarding large-scale community-driven testing, I'm very inclined to believe that this is more than just an open or closed beta, but rather the return of the Battlefield CTE. I do definitely agree with this. I was frequently participating in the Battlefield 1 CTE, and I think it really helped the game, and it was also fun to test and give answers and give feedback to this. What I think they will do is really something similar to Skate, that they will do frequent playtests through the official EA playtesting network. Nevertheless, tell me what you think about all of this in the comments below, what you think about the leaks made by Tom. Do you think they're true or not? I mean, he has a good history with leaks that turned out to be true, so I think he is a trustworthy source. Still, it's game in development and things can change, I think. So you never know when his sources played the game, if it was just recently or if it was a year ago. If they're already testing for more than a year, this information can be fairly old. Tell me what you think about this in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. I'm the Catwoman and you are awesome.